Hello! So today we are going to be diving into red flags in relationships. Questions like, should I date him? Was it worth it? Or should I just stay clear? We're going to delve straight in. We're going to find some of the biggest red flags on Reddit that I can find. I'm going to rate them on a scale of 1 to 10 and what I think is a red flag, or maybe could be a green flag. Teacher-student red flag relationship. Already off the bat, I can tell you, student-teacher relationship. I'm giving that a 9 already, so bear with me on the 9. Let's go. The title itself is already a heads up on what you're about to read. I-14F. Is this really how we're going to start? I-14F. For anyone that doesn't understand, that is a 14-year-old female. Was in secondary school. It was an all-girls school and I was definitely into older men. Oh my god. I literally can't be arsed already. I feel dodgy reading this. I just met my new homeroom teacher, 30M. And dude was cute and attractive and was a talk of the school. He was the only good looking teacher around. Everyone else was meh. I was in a special class, sports class, where our grades didn't have to be great as we were representing our school in competitions. I did swimming back then. My homeroom teacher, we'll call him Glue, was really interested in my swimming and kept asking about it. I was so happy he was giving me so much attention that I didn't give it much thought. We ended up going to the pool together after school hours so I could teach him swimming. Wait, what? I'm confused. So, was she perving on him? Or was he perving on her? We ended up going to the pool together so I could teach him swimming. Surely this 30-year-old male knows how to swim. Oh, and it wasn't the pool that was in the club, it was the pool at his house. Sorry, what? This whole scenario is a red flag. I mean, but we'll carry on. We went for a dip in the pool, but that wasn't important. We had to wash up after swimming, right? So we headed back into his house and one thing led to another. We took a shower together and... Sorry, I feel like there's some context missing. And that's where our relationship began. This should have been a clear sign, as whenever we met, he would always initiate sex all the time. Well, I hope not, because he's a teacher, so if he's teaching class and you meet him, but knowing this, probably. I felt like there wasn't anything much in the relationship other than sex. This didn't just happen outside of school anymore, we had sex in a few places of school. Shock. Teachers' toilets, closed off, whatever that is, Dwan, sports equipment room, a closet in the science lab that was meant to keep chemicals. You get the idea. This relationship carried on for the next 6 years. I even lived with him for almost a year, during which he cheated twice, and I found out, with girls around my age. Yet I never broke up with him. I confronted him, but all he did was look at the ground like a puppy that was caught. I was so blind by what I know as love, and I am a soft-hearted person, so I forgave. I mean, I'm hoping that no, I don't know. This guy needs to go. No, I don't hope for anything. This guy needs to go. This relationship carried on for 6 years. She was 14 when it started, so she was 20 when it ended. Which, that's understandable. He'd be 36. She'd be 20. Questionable, but did he cheat with the younger girls when he was 36, or was it the girl? I don't know. Near the end of the relationship, I started to question my relationship as my love was starting to wear off. It's as if I can see clearer. I wanted to break up, but even though it's been a messed up 6 years with Glue, I was so used to having someone around that I couldn't imagine what it was like to be single. The straw that broke the camel's back was he cheated again. Shock. This time with someone older than himself. I mean, let's not clap him too much. He is a pervert and probably a paedophile. I found out by going through his phone and saw a video of them having sex. So I must have the courage to leave. It was right before the pandemic, so the lockdown saved me. As I know, I probably would have gone back to him if I was forced to stay at home. I'm 24 now. Looking back at this, I felt like I was used for sex. Is Glue considered a paedophile because I was 14. Yes. Yes, he is. 100%. There, the whole thing, 10. He gets a 10 out of 10 for being a red flag. The fact that you were looking into older men, questionable. The fact that he was looking into younger girls, what were you... Next. That's it. 10 out of 10. Red flag. Next. My mum is pregnant with my husband's child. Red flag. I am 18F and my husband 25M. How long have they been married? Please, Jesus Christ. Me and my husband have been dating since I was 13 and he was 20. I know it's weird, but it's love. I mean, the last two posts, the women get the red flags. They're so delusional. This man is 20 years old and looking at 13-year-olds. Mate, what is wrong with these people? So basically, when we were in the relationship, I was pregnant. So as a teen pregnancy, we got married as soon as I turned 18. I say, okay, now I'm 18, I am once again pregnant with his second child. Me and him have had an interesting relationship, and I've suspected infidelity on his end, but was always too scared to mention it due to his anger issues. Brilliant. I could never imagine what he would react like if I suggested it. An important part is he doesn't have a job. Brilliant. So he has some issues with drinking and smoking. So, let's have the red flag checklist. 20, looking on 17. Check. 13, sorry. Check. Not. He has anger issues. Check. So, that's 2. He does have a job at his ripe old age of 25. And because of this, definitely American, because shock horror, Americans can't have a job without drinking. He drinks and he smokes. So that is a 5 out of 5 for being the biggest red flag we know. But we carry on. Able to support a child and house alongside his addictions. So we can't loan on money and we were evicted because we could no longer afford the rent. Due to financial difficulties, me and him moved into my widowed mother's house. It's been a month now and we stay in the guest room. It's been okay so far. My mum supporting us and our child. Since I had a teen pregnancy, I've always been going out with friends to live my life. I've been missing out still despite being pregnant. Oh my god. So I usually go out in the evening, leave my husband and mum alone. So last week I came back home earlier than normal and heard weird noises coming from my mother's room. What do you think I want to say? Initially I ignored it and went to my room. To the room that me and my husband were staying. He wasn't there. He wasn't in the bathroom either. But he was home for sure. I saw his shoes at the door. So with a racing heart, I went into my brother's room, dreading to what I was about to see. My husband and mother were full on doing the deed. As soon as they saw me, they immediately stopped and started explaining. My mum started talking about how lonely she was since dad had died, yada yada yada. I didn't stay long enough to hear any more and left with my kid. I immediately went to my friend's house where I currently am. I haven't been to the house and my friend went to collect my stuff instead. I've been ignoring my husband and mother's calls and texts until one day he showed up at my door asking to talk. After a whole lot of excuses, he told me that she was pregnant. I kicked him out and stood in shock. I have no idea what to do. I've been avoiding any thoughts about it because the stress might hurt the baby and my kid. So what do? I'm expecting a baby and have one on the way. I can't possibly rely on my friends and have no family to help beside my mother. The betrayal hurts. My own husband and mother and my children deserve a father. I need advice. My advice, take the fact that this could change your life. Leave the husband. Leave your mother. Find somewhere else to live. But on the red flag-o-meter, I'm giving that a 10 out of 10. 1 for nonsense. 2 for all of his issues, and of course 3 for the cheating. He needs to go. Boyfriend keeps asking about her stepmother. Wait, hang on, what? Ooh, this one has a video. Disappointing. Okay, so let's read it. For some backstory, my parents divorced when I was very young because of my father's infidelity. Because my father's a cheat. My father has recently remarried and his wife wants to meet my boyfriend, who I'll call Daryl. With him, I met him at my job and he was my colleague. At first we were just friends, like the way colleagues would be. He was new at the job and I showed him the ropes. He was nice to talk to, and then one day went to a bar with some colleagues. At some point while we were talking about our personal lives, he started to talk about his parents. They had told him that they were separating the night before, and Daryl started to cry, talking about how they ruined his perfect image. Brilliant. We all showed sympathy, and I understand the pain of parents not being together. Eventually everyone left and it was just us. We talked and we had a lot in common. Okay, so other than the title, I'm giving this a nice 4 on the red flag meter. I think that's fair so far. From what we've heard, a 4 is valid. The perfect image has bumped that up from the 1 to the 4. We hooked up and we have been dating ever since. Wow. I told him about my stepmom, showed him a wedding photo of my dad and her together. But then after that, he changed so much when we both went to dinner with them. He really dressed up, he wore his hair gelled back, and he came in a tuxedo. It doesn't matter, because my stepmom swooned over him. At first I thought it was to make a good impression on her, but whenever we were together, me and Daryl, he would only ask about my mum. We finally went to visit again to shut him up. They both went to the bathroom upstairs in the master bedroom. I didn't like my father, and I don't particularly dislike his wife, so I don't visit often. But Daryl kept insisting, begging me to let her meet her. When I went to check on them, I saw her bent over the bed with Daryl doing you know. Didn't expect it to go that far, but fair. It was a very suggestive position, and I went back downstairs and left the house without a word. I know there's definitely a red flag, but it is what it is, I guess. I was lonely ASF before this, and I'm not going to let it screw it up, you know. She was super hot though, and to be fair, I banged her the week before she married my dad, so I don't think I can blame her. Oh, what? I'm so confused. First off, I don't know if the person writing this is actually a male or female, but we're going to assume female. What the fuck? I'm honestly baffled. She was super hot though, and to be fair, I banged her the week before she married my dad, so I don't think I can blame him. I mean, maybe they can all just have a big, nice ancestral. I don't want to be ancestral. A nice three-way. Fuck off the dad. Let the boyfriend and girlfriend fuck, and the stepmom can join in. But on the scale of 1 to 10, 6. They're both equal for each other, you know. But I think he gets a 7 or an 8 for doing the deed. But, you know, someone's got to get the definite one. This is actually gossip from my school, and it's proven to be true. This could be the first one that I don't know the red flag by the title. Makes a change. But we'll start off easy. We'll give it a 1. See how it goes. So, I am a middle school student in a private school, and I am an 8th grader. There was a popular gossip that was spread around in my school. So, the gossip is that there is an 8th grader girl with a 9th grader boy. I thought they were just dating at first until there's a video they got recorded by the CCTV, or they made the video themselves, that is posted in an anonymous Instagram account. In the video, they did sex in the bedroom. The video is 7 minutes long, and everyone is practically talking about it. First off, if it's in the bedroom, why is there CCTV? I didn't see the video, but the parents of some of the students did. In real life, someone said there was a photo of the boy jerking off in front of the girl's face. She was covering her face. That's okay. Long story short, the girl had to swallow the boy's. But a few days later, the boy and girl got expelled. And the craziest part is that the girl's parents came to the school all because the parents that saw the video reported about the video to the school. The boy went to a boarding school and the girl went to a Christian school. But after she went to a Christian school, one of my friends met her again and she said it all felt good, I want to do it again. And you know what? The boy and girl is a Muslim. So there's a lot to unpack there. 8th grade is year 8. I started year 7 when I was 11 years old. So I was, no wait. Who I need to be in year 8. Wait, oh no. So 12 to 13. Just realised that's gonna show up on my history for a while. Shit. Okay, so 12 to 13. 12 to 13, and the next year would have been 13 to 14. So that's a red flag. Clear as day. But I don't know. It's just, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a red flag, but yes. I'm gonna give it a 7. It's not the worst. I think they're underage sexes, but hey ho, if they want to do that, then they can go to boarding schools or Christian school. And the Delulu manipulating and gaslighting co-worker. Must admit, this sounds fruity already. Started a new job, met this guy, Dan. British, lonely, 0 friends, no girlfriend, nothing going on. Alright, at least she changed my name, I guess. Sorry to upset you. I felt bad, so I started inviting him to hang out with me and my husband. Big mistake. At first, he seemed nice. Then the red flag started flying like it was the Olympics. One day, he scalded his hand and insisted on rinsing it with hot water. Sorry, is that a fucking idiot? Okay, so let's go for a nice big 3 so far. I mean, if he wants to do the hot water, that's fine, but in my opinion, that's a red flag. So he gets a 3 so far. Everyone said cold, even ChatGPT said cold. He spent 2 hours Googling to prove hot water was better. He found no proof. Just 3rd-degree burns and misplaced confidence. I mean, I use ChatGPT more than I should, but I trust it. So that's now going to be a 5 on the 10 scale. He then told me he broke up with his ex because, wait for it, she ate eggs and peanut butter. Why? When you're a couple, you should eat the same food. Wait, what? What in the diet yeah, 100%. Okay, he's now on a 6, so whenever we argued, so that should now be a 7, he'd say, sorry, it's because I have mental issues and no one to talk to. Bro, so do I, but I'm not here trauma bombing people like it's open mic. This person's funny. I like it. But yeah, just because you can't just argue with someone and go, oh, sorry, my mental health. You can't, it's not valid really. He thinks our Chinese speaking co-workers are talking shit about him. He doesn't speak Mandarin, I do. They're literally talking about bubble tea and what's for lunch. But he translates and then says I'm on their side. Okay, so we're on a 6, 7 now. Wow, we might get to 10. Then the gaslighting started. He made up lies about our manager, told me to email the boss about being treated unfairly, claimed some ex-employees used to do it all the time. I checked the emails, there was nothing. Turns out he'd been telling the manager I was a one talking crap about her when I was just sitting there, nodding like a hostage. And now I have to commute with him every day. Same direction, same car, same energy as riding shotgun with a live grenade. Please someone send help or a helicopter. Just tell him to leave. I mean, yeah, no, I couldn't. I think if someone just was that so delusional. Dan the Delulu. I get it now. Overall, I'm going to give this man an 8. No, 8. Yeah, he gets an 8. Found a new job, maybe? I know it's easier said than done. Just say that, yeah, you're sick of working with the Lulu, so you might want to find a new Lulu. Time for one more. Is he controlling? I think that answers the question already. Just started dating my PF yesterday and I'm already getting a bad feeling. He told me he doesn't want to have any guy friends because he wants me to himself. Yeah, 3. He also asks me to take off my shirt and keep pressing me about it until I say, take it or leave it, but no clothes coming off until we're further in the relationship. Yeah, that's fair. But he's now getting a 6. About 10 minutes later, he asks for something similar. I've got a very traumatic past that affects me in every day. I can't take a real compliment without shooting it down first. He says I'm overthinking it, but I think I'm just very scared as it's my first relationship. I knew boundaries had to be set, but this is the first one I've made. Am I overreacting? I mean, the guy just wants... Yeah, the guy just wants it. But if she's unsure, then she needs to say. I'm going to give him a... I'm going to give him a 7. Because of the guy friends part. It's just weird. You'll lose them every time anyway. But yeah, I think he gets a 7. Red flag that never reads the spot. So I think, but they are. If you have a red flag, let me know. I'll give it a read, and I'll react to it. So please give a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.